Let's go ahead and fire it up. Ben is in Philadelphia. Steven and I will be there later on in the week. Ben, how are you?
Ben, how are you?
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. Are you ready for us?
Yes. Can you guys talk about the Stark tension, especially with Daenerys? Do you think that they're trying to turn Jon against her? I know there's this whole last hero prophecy from the very first book where Jon might have to kill the woman he loves. Do you think that's something they're building up towards here?
Okay. Steven, relationships are hard when your family doesn't like the person you're dating.
Yeah. It's challenging. It is challenging. You know, someone comes into Sansa's been dealing with all of these like grain supplies for so long, and then she has to like turn over the castle, right, to Daenerys. There was that moment when, you know, she said like the Winterfell is yours, your grace, or whatever it was. Yeah, it's challenging. I mean, what do you think, Rob? That's interesting.
I don't think that Jon would ever kill Daenerys. Jon is not power hungry. It seems like the people are pushing Jon, but Jon has been a reluctant leader, but he has not wanted to be a king. He didn't even want to be the leader of the Night's Watch, and people just force these things on him. I can't see him killing Daenerys unless she does something like the power has corrupted her and she now has that Targaryen gene take over, where now she's become the Mad Queen and she's burning the city, and maybe she has somehow goes on a real heel turn somehow in 5 episodes, but I don't see it. I don't think so, Ben. What do you think?
Some people were predicting that, though. Some people were predicting that like this was kind of the start of Daenerys going crazy arc, where she was pretty extreme in a couple of places. You know, with her response to Sansa, it was a little bit like, it felt like a little bit much. And then when she was like, "We could live here forever," like, you know, she kind of was like that crazy in the waterfalls.
Jon Snow's good in a cave.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Now I know.
What do you think?
Steven is the expert of first chapters. I love the Paraphrase podcast. Now in this.
Thank you so much. My God.
Of the final season, them introducing this sort of tension between the Starks and the Targaryens. Where do you that has to have some meaning here in this final season? Why do you think they're introducing it here?
I mean, the downside would be, the negative view would be that it's just like the Sansa Arya tension last season, right? Where it's just like tension, just to have some kind of plot tension. I mean, I think it's a bold. Are you predicting that Jon is going to have to kill Dany? Is that your call?
Yeah, I think that that's what we're building up to here.
Okay. Wow. That nobody is calling that. All right. If that happens, Ben from Philly called it. Jon will kill Dany. Boy. I don't know how the casuals on HBO.com are really not going to care for that, Stephen.
Yeah, but that would be like but if they justified it enough, if they like made her crazy enough, that might be. And you know, this last season, she had this whole thing about like, I'm just going to go in and like set fire to King's Landing, and Tyrion talked her off of that. I mean, you could see something like that happening where like Jon, whose whole story arc has been, as you have said many times, protecting people, right? Like laying down his own life for the sake of the people.